Okay. Hey, fifth grade band. Welcome to our next instructional video. I am again here in my uncle's basement doing our virtual lessons. Quick reminder, I hope that all of you can come to our virtual lessons. Check Google Classroom for the schedule. So today I want to go over number 68. So 68 is going to be a challenge for all of us, regardless of your instrument. So if you are a woodwind player, it is going to show you some new notes that are low. So if you are a flute and playing a low note, you really need to blow slow air, like you're cooling off hot soup. And if you are blowing fast air, it's going to get a higher pitch. If you are a clarinet, going lower on your clarinet, it's going to cover more holes, and you got to make sure that you have your teeth on top, big smile, and fast, crazy air, and make sure that all of your holes are covered, okay? And my brass friends, this is going to be a challenge to us because we are going to have to go from a low note to a high note. So we really haven't done that too much yet in our class. So this is going to be a challenge for everybody. So the first thing I like to do is I want to start by playing the first two measures. So the first two measures, you are going to see your new note if you are a flute or a clarinet. So look at your letter names. They are going to be, the first one you should recognize, the next two might trick you. So if you are a clarinet, you're going to have a C, then you're going to have low A, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then the next one's going to be a G, and then back to an A. So right now I'm looking, there are quarter notes, or sorry, half notes. So I'm going to go nice and slow. So right now, clarinets, I want you to pause the video here and make sure that you get that beautiful sound. So some things I want you to watch out for is this bottom thumb. Do you see it waving at you here? If it's all the way here, you're not going to have a good bottom hand position. So you need to make sure that that thumb is there and that you can cover these and you feel them like bubble wrap. If they're like this, you're not going to get a good sound. So now I'm going to practice on my fake flute. So my fake flutes here, we first have a B flat, which is just thumb and one, and our pinky. Then we're going to have a G, a low G, which is 1, 2, 3 with our pinky. And then the next one is going to be an F. So all I'm going to do is add one more. It's the same fingering as our high F, just slower air. So I want you to play along with me while I play the clarinet to get those beautiful low notes on flutes. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so right now, if you want to practice that, go ahead and pause that and let's practice. Now, the next group I want to talk to is the bells. Bells, you have the same letter names as the flutes. Your B, G, F, G, and your F and your G are right next door. So right now, find your low G that we've played before. F is going to be one to the left of that. Now I want to talk to my brass friends. So brass, we don't have a new note, but what we have to do is we have to go from our low note to high note 6. So if you are a trumpet, it's going to be C, then you have an A, G, A. So I'm going to go ahead and play those first two measures, and I want you to listen and then play along. I'll do that much again. So if you're having a hard time trumpets getting that C to an A, buzz it. And buzz it again. And then put that into your trumpet. So now I'm going to go to the trombones. So trombones, ours is tricky because we have to go from a B flat to a G. So we got to make sure that we have our B flat and our G. Now let's play that again, trombones. And my next note is going to be an E flat. Oh, no, it is going to be an F to a G. B flat, G, F, G. Let's play that trombone. All right, so then we have our first two measures. So feel free if you want to pause it and go back, go right ahead, or we can go on. So Our next two measures, we are looking at, we have some notes we know, we have some eighth notes, we have our low note again, and then we have our dotted half note. Remember that that gets 3 beats. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clap and count the next two measures. I want you to do it back to me, okay? It's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now your turn. Ready and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you are looking at your music, you should have a little comma between those two low notes in measure 4. That's to remind you to take a breath. So that's a quick breath mark. So flutes, really, really be careful, because if you're getting your beautiful low note and you take a really quick breath, it's going to pop it off the octave. So make sure it's a really deep breath. Clarinets, make sure your teeth are on top when you take your breath, and same with our brass. So if we are a woodwind, I want you right now to look at your letter names. Bum, 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 bum. I want you to button along while I play this. Button on, please. Ready, and. Did you hear how I took a breath? I'm going to do it one more time so you can see my fingers. Maybe a little bit lower for my clarinets. All right. Here we are. All right. And flutes, you have that same part, and the same with the bells. So now I'm going to go to my brass friends. My brass friends have to make sure that they go up to that high note. So we're going to have bum, 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 bum. All right, trumpets, play along with me. Here we are. So if that sounded good, great. But if you want to buzz it, let's go ahead and buzz it. Ready? Now let's try playing it. Here we are. Ready? All right, and now the same thing with the trombones. You have that same type of pitch. It's going to go down and then it's going to go up. We need to make sure that we are going to start on D. And this is kind of a tricky slide position. So we are going to go D, D, C, B, G, F. Do that slide again. D, D, C, B. Do that again. Ready, and. Then we have to add our. So let's play that measure together, trombones. Ready, and. All right, and that will get you to the first 4 measures. So right now what I would like to do is I would like to play it first on a clarinet, and then I'm going to play it on a trombone. So right now you can play along with both times I'm playing it, but I want to be able to make sure you guys are hearing the pitches in your ear, since the woodwinds are playing low and the brass are playing high. So here is my very first 2 measures. So I'm going to go right here so you can see my hand. Here we are, 1 and 2, and ready. All right, and now I'm going to play it on trombone. Please excuse my basement. I'm staying with my family, and this is my home now until we can all go back outside. So here is my trombone. Here we are. Let's try that again for my brass people. Ready, and. looking at the next two measures, they're the same as the beginning. So that's pretty great. So then all I need to do is look at the last two. So the last two, the rhythm is the same, but we need to watch out because our letter names do change. So let's go ahead and clap and count the last two measures of the song. Here we go. Ready, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now I want you to clap it back to me. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So now I want you to take a look if you are a woodwind player. So it's going to go bum, 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 bum. So you have to make sure that you're going to go from second lowest note number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and play this on clarinet. And I want the clarinets and the flutes to button along with me. And the bells. Ready, go. So make sure that that low note is coming out. So what you're going to want to do is make sure if you're a flute, you're blowing slow, low air to get that out. Open this up. If you're a clarinet, make sure you got your corners firm here. And bells, just make sure that you're hitting the correct note and that you're not missing it. So look at it right now and do it with your fingers or the back of your mouth. Do it again. Ready, and I messed up. Let's try that again. Looking at tiny, tiny music. Ready, and all right. So right now, if you are a clarinet or a flute or a bell, go ahead and play. And if you are a trumpet, let's take a look at our music, trumpet and trombones. We are going to have a middle note. So that's going to be your E if you're a trumpet or your D if you're a trombone. Do that again. Ready, and one more time. Ready, and then we go to our high note. All right, let's put those together. Ready, and all right, I'm going to do that again on the trombone so trombones can follow along. All right, so trombones, we're going to have D, D, E, C, F, B flat. So let's find our D. Make sure that we do that again. Ready, and make sure you're getting far enough out for that C. And then we go to, let's go ahead and play those last two together. Ready, go. Rest. So now at this time, you can stop the video and practice, but I'd like to go the whole song beginning to end, first with a clarinet and then with a trumpet. So this is, again, a challenge for each of our instruments. So make sure that you are taking breaks and that when you are practicing, you could only do 2 measures at a time, and that is fine. So after you get really, really comfortable with those 2 measures, then the next day add the next 2, or take a break, maybe have a snack, and then come back and do more each time. So here we go. Here is the whole thing for the clarinet, clarinet, flute, and bells. Here we go. Ready. Rest. All right. Now you can play along again. It sounds really cool to actually have to be able to hear the harmonies. So it'd be cool if you played your woodwind to play along with the trumpet, and trumpets if you just want to rewind this video and play with the clarinets. That's pretty cool too. Here we are. 1 and 2 and ready. All right. Thanks, guys. Keep practicing, and I hope to see you all soon. How do I turn this off? There we go. Bye.